What is up, guys? Welcome back to Random Select Daily number 10. Today's date is Tuesday, April 16th, 2013. And today, I kind of wanted to share my SimCity experience. So, if you guys don't know what SimCity is, it's a game made by Maxis that where you're the mayor of your own city, right? And you build up your city and all that kind of stuff. But the biggest thing that you'll know with not my SimCity, but SimCity 4 is all the problems that launch. So EA decided to make this game an online-only game because you're supposed to be having neighboring cities and stuff like that, which is cool, but forcing online is iffy. And so at first it had a lot of problems. People were in waiting lists or like waiting times or whatever for like a couple of hours, and then by the time they actually reach that end, like they'll just they don't care. Okay, fine. It's a heavy server load. I'll just go do some other thing. Then of course when they finally wait and they finally get to their time, it just restarts because they couldn't get in again for some odd reason. It's like waiting in line for a ticket and then them saying like, "Oh, sorry, we don't have any tickets." It's like you told me to wait in this line and that we would get tickets, and it's whatever. So a lot of people are angry about that. Of course, we got EA Worst Company of the Year, which I find kind of funny. But so that's where that stands. That's where SimCity is and stuff like that. They even ended up removing a couple of the features like cheetah speed, which is their fastest speed, so you can speed through everything. And Corey was actually one of my friends that was stuck in there. I decided to wait. I at first, I wasn't that excited for SimCity. I wasn't sure if I would like it. I ended up buying like SimCity 2000 or 4 or some, the one before this one, and I was just like, I have no idea where to start this. But apparently, the SimCity, the new one, has definitely done a good job of making it much easier. It's definitely not as crazy. It's very easy to get into if once you understand it, and I started watching videos and streams of it, and just these were just like 5-minute stuff because I felt like SimCity, especially if it's good, is my type of game because I've always said that I'm a management type player, and so I would watch like 5 minutes of a stream. Like I went to Twitch and it'd be like on the top one of the featured streams, and next thing you know, I'm watching 5 minutes. I'm like, I really want to play this game, and then I also watched a couple of videos, and I just like, okay, I broke. I need to get this game. So this is where my SimCity story begins. So EA has their own Steam-like service in Origin, right? And Origin is not that good. I'll be honest. I have one game on it, and it's Mass Effect 3 because I got Mass Effect 1 and 2 on Steam, and since 3 is not on Steam, I had to get it on Origin. And that went all fine. I bought the game. I played multiplayer. I had to download the DLC, which was all free because that was BioWare's doing. But the problem was the DLC had some problems. But I got through that pretty quickly. I've had small problems like that on Steam before, so I wasn't that angry. I played it. I had fun, and I moved on. So this is 6 months later. I'm trying to buy SimCity. I'm saying, okay, EA. Whatever, you may be a terrible publisher, but you have great developers under you, and I want to buy their game. So I go to SimCity. I'm just buying the regular edition. I go put in my info, and I do checkout. Well, it says payment authorization failed, and I'm like, what? What does that mean? Okay, well maybe Origin is just having a couple of problems right now. I'll give it some time. I have the whole day in front of me. I can play other things, do other things, whatever. So I wait a couple of hours. I think I was watching Texas Showdown actually, if I'm not mistaken. I'm having fun with it. It's all great. I try at night. I go, okay, let's try now. It's been a full day. Maybe they got it up by now. It's at night. Maybe they'll have less people working on it. No, nothing. And I tried re-entering the info just to make sure, and I tried backing out. I tried closing Origin, restarting my computer. None of that worked. So, I think I even wait the night. Maybe, a day is not always necessarily enough. it's kind of weird that you can't pay for a game. I don't want to try buying another game because I didn't really want to buy another game. So that was one thing I couldn't try. But I waited until the next day. I'm pretty sure this is Saturday. On Sunday, I'm like, okay, let's try again. Nothing. And I'm pissed. I'm just like, what the hell? And but at first I go on Google because maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just missing something. Maybe it is my credit card being bad or some crap. And no, it definitely was not. I looked up. This was happening with Battlefield 3. People were saying. I think people were saying like, oh yeah, I've been working on this for for months and I'm still not getting anything. And I'm just like, okay, well, I guess that is definitely not my fault. So I think I wait a couple hours and I remember, well, I'm trying to think of different ways to buy it. I was ready to go out and buy it at a store, which I don't really like doing much anymore. Digital is awesome, even though I like hard copies. But yeah, so I'm ready to go out to the store, to Target, to whatever, to Best Buy, and buy this game. And then I remembered Amazon. I'm like, would Amazon have it? I tried Green something gaming. I can't remember the GOG site or whatever. Of course, they don't have it because it's EA only. But Amazon actually surprisingly has it. And guess how quickly it took me to buy it? It took me less than a minute. And it just gave me a redeem code, which was awesome. It popped up right in front of my face saying, here's your redeem code. This is what you're going to have to do. This is how you do it. And it was awesome. It was a great experience. It was fun. I would highly suggest if you have a game that you want that you have to get from Origin, just buy it from Amazon. But yeah, so I finally get the game. I'm awesome. I'm happy. I'm installing it, and I tell Corey about it, who was, I don't know if I said this already. This is the second time recording this, but he was a part of the launch problems and stuff like that. He played a couple of it. He loved it, but he was kind of waiting for me to get it and for his time to kind of like stop, kind of reset his enjoyment for it, kind of. And so I tell him about it. He's like, okay, awesome. Like, let's start a little area together. You can help me. He can help me throughout the beginning phases. I played the tutorial, but it was kind of it helped. It kind of showed you what was in the game and not really like how to deal with it. They're just kind of like, oh, you have this problem. You have this problem. You have a fully developed city already. And just, okay, it's weird. So I'm starting to learn the game. We're playing it, for hours on end. Not hours, but well, it is a couple of hours. 3 or 4 hours, I would assume, is about the amount we played. Yeah, I'm finally getting it. It took me a while to like set up how I want the city, and then finally, we, I'm getting through it. He's speeding through everything. He has a school way before I do. But after a couple of hours, I'm finally getting understanding everything. I have a trash place, a sewage takeaway place. I have enough power, water, police station, clinics. I even have a school, which I would say is probably one of the last last main things you build. And I'm working on it. I'm happy. I'm getting apartments. And my city is growing, right? And I haven't even really expanded to the whole area. I'm just kind of slowly but surely building up. I'm getting a nice positive gain here. And then next thing you know, I'm working on adding on to a clinic or something like that. It just crashes and goes to the main menu. And it went to the main menu. It didn't crash out of the game, mind you. It just went to the main menu. And I was just like, wait, what happened? It literally just turns black for a second and then goes back to the main menu. And I never had heard this problem. I've heard of problems, trying to get into the game. I've never heard of problems in the game. So I'm playing it. I'm like, okay, interesting. Well, I can press resume here. It seems like maybe just for some odd reason it glitched out a little bit, and it'll just pop me back out to the main menu, and I can go back in. Well, while I'm loading the screen, Corey also has the same thing that happens to him, and he's just like, and somehow he loaded his game first, but then he was like, yeah, this kind of rolled back quite a bit, and he got pissed, and I'm still loading my game. And next thing you know, I load it. Yeah, we're a good couple of hours behind. This was before I even had a clinic, which it took me a while to get there, But after I got the clinic, I got, it took me a while to also get the police station, then the school, and then I started building parks and expanding areas. And I didn't have that anymore, and I was just like, I wasn't as pissed because, um, I wasn't exactly. I was still enjoying the game. I was more annoyed that like I had to restart, but I almost kind of wanted to restart anyways because I wanted now that I know how to play the game, I know how I can start a lot better. But yeah, past that, but yeah, it was annoying. Like that. So that's my SimCity experience. I couldn't buy it that well. I can play it that well. And what took about 24 hours or plus to play a good 2 hours, 1 hour technically. I mean, I played 4 hours, but only 1 hour was like saved. It was kind of annoying, I have to admit, and I can kind of see this is to me a more legitimate reason to vote EA as the worst company. Mass Effect 3 ending, I still don't understand why people were that mad about it. But past that, it was terrible. Still a really fun game. I would maybe still wait if you're thinking of buying it. Uh, Maybe wait until like wait for a sale like I was planning on doing, because then at least you don't have to feel as ripped off. I mean, the game still works. It's not like I don't have the game anymore. But yeah, so that's my SimCity experience, my SimCity story. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you later. Adios.